Okay. Come on, Wi-Fi. Boot up here. Okay, I think we are officially up now. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Steel City Sports Report. Some breaking news and some shocking breaking news as that the Pittsburgh Penguins have traded forward Cody Glass to the New Jersey Devils. This is a move that there was potential of happening, but honestly, out of all of the 1-year contracts that the Pittsburgh Penguins had on their team, I thought Cody Glass was going to be a guy that they would keep. The Penguins traded Anthony Beauvillier and Drew O'Connor earlier in the season, so you're really looking at, who are the Penguins going to give an extension to one of these young guys who, isn't necessarily a superstar, but, is able to carry the workload of being a second or third line dependable guy. I thought that was Cody Glass. Turns out that is not. He is heading to the New Jersey Devils. We are waiting for some compensation back here on this Cody Glass this season. Here, let me put up his stats. Cody Glass this season, 15 points in 51 games, but those numbers do not reflect the entire story. He has been pretty damn good for the Pittsburgh Penguins this year, really being a creator, a playmaker on a line with Evgeny Malkin for the most part, and even on some other lines when he, was the main facilitator of that line as the center. So we are waiting for Cody Glass. We're waiting for compensation on that. He goes to the New Jersey Devils. Looking here, some other trades have gone down. Colorado and Boston swap centers in Charlie Coyle and Casey Middlestat. Of course, the Mikko Rantanen trade from earlier was done. Peter Mrazek, the goaltender for the Chicago Blackhawks, is heading back to Detroit. That is Elliot Friedman, who is reporting Glass's trade. I am a little shocked, not going to lie here, about Glass being offloaded. I thought for sure he would be a guy that would be, getting an extension this offseason. I thought the Penguins thought highly of him, moving Drew O'Connor out. You thought he was going to be, I think he's, 25 years old. He's going to be 26 here within the next month. You thought that he was going to be a guy that, found a little bit of a place to settle down in Pittsburgh. Turns out not to be the case. And that sort of dashes one third of, my hopes of seeing an all Nashville Predators line tonight with Glass, newly acquired Tommy Novak, and Philip Tomasino. So that will not be the case now. Of course, seeing video here, Tommy Novak will wear number 18 for the Pens. He's out there practicing today. So now, in the span of the past 3 hours, the Penguins have traded 3 players from their NHL roster in Luke Schenn, Anthony Beauvillier, and Cody Glass to the Washington Capitals, the Winnipeg Jets, and now the New Jersey Devils. Let's take a look here real quick on TSN's trade tracker. Just going over the ones that have happened so far today. Anthony Beauvillier really kicked off the day going to the Capitals from the Pens. Andrei Kuzmenko going from the Philadelphia Flyers to the Los Angeles Kings. A major trade. Dylan Cousins is heading to Ottawa with a second-round pick for center Josh Norris and defenseman Jacob Bernard Docker. And the real interesting part about that, if you're a Pens fan, this is 100% a pipe dream and probably has absolutely zero chance of happening. I know Josh Norris was best friends with Brady Tkachuk up there in Ottawa. So Brady Tkachuk is going to be probably on the market, request a trade out of Ottawa this offseason. You know, with the Pens in their 30 draft picks, the most in the NHL, 30 draft picks, I wouldn't be too opposed to parting ways with one or two of those to bring in Brady Tkachuk, a dude who is filled with skill and is a prick. I've always said I absolutely hate playing against either of the Tkachuk brothers anytime that the Pens play them, but would 100% in a heartbeat take them on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Maybe that's a trick up Dubas's sleeve, getting rid of all these NHL players here today, maybe to make a big splash move this offseason. Brandon Tanev, former Penguin, going to the Seattle Kraken for a second-round pick. Scott Lawton is heading to the Toronto Maple Leafs from the Philadelphia Flyers for a prospect and a first-round pick. The big one, Mikko Rantanen going to Dallas after getting traded to Carolina from the Colorado Avalanche about a month ago. Logan Stankoven, one of the Dallas Stars' top young prospects and NHL players, is heading back in the deal with 2 first-round picks. Luke Cunnin going from the San Jose Sharks to the Columbus Blue Jackets. What a fun story the Jackets have been this year. I hope they make the playoffs. Charlie Coyle and Casey Middlestat really getting swapped between Colorado and Boston. Craig Smith and Peter Mrazek to Detroit for Joe Veleno. And now we got compensation back, ladies and gentlemen. Cody Glass heading to the New Jersey Devils for a third-round pick. Let me see if I can find what year that is. That is another draft pick coming to the Pittsburgh Penguins. Make it 3 now, or 31 now. Yeah, they're all... Yeah, Austin Bechtold here from 93.7 The Fan. There's always one name that you didn't expect to be dealt at the deadline. Cody Glass fits that mold, absolutely. Cody Glass for a third-round pick. Also, some minor league players are involved. Let's see what year and what minor league prospects are, or what minor league players are going to be flipped in this trade. But still, though, I mean, I would have loved to have seen Cody Glass re-sign here in Pittsburgh this offseason. Maybe there's still a possibility if he does not extend with the Devils. But hey, a third-round pick is a third-round pick that in this market could be could get you a pretty nice player in the offseason or down the line. So we'll see how that all pans out. Still waiting on some details. Overall, I mean, this is probably going to end up being the last trade of the day with under half an hour to go until the NHL deadline. This is probably going to be the last trade that Kyle Dubas and the Pittsburgh Penguins make today. Maybe if there's a late one, maybe it's, Mac Grzelcyk or something going for a fourth-round pick to some team that needs depth. So we'll end up seeing how that goes. But a 3rd-round pick for Cody Glass, a 2nd-round pick for Anthony Beauvillier, and a 2nd and a 4th-round pick for Luke Shen. You get 4 middle-round picks today for, these 3 players. And, I give Kyle Dubas an A- today for all the trades he's done. If this is it, I mean, it'll be interesting to watch the Pens game tonight. They play Vegas at 10 p.m. tonight, and right now I'm not sure what their roster is going to look like after trading 3 players off the NHL squad today. So we'll have to wait and see how that all plays out. Should be interesting. In the meantime, that'll probably be it for me today. I want to thank you all for watching these live streams as I've put them up with the Pens making trades. All in all, 4 draft picks coming in, not to mention the minor league prospects that are getting swapped in this trade. I'll stay on here for a couple of minutes to see what those players are or who those players are. See here an extension for defenseman Euro Vakanainen with the New York Rangers, 2 years at $1.55 million. Wyatt Johnson, 2nd-line center out in Dallas. An extension for him is coming soon here. So Dallas opening up their their wallet today. Of course, trading for Mikko Rantanen and immediately signing him to an 8-year, $12 million AAV contract. Of course, some other rumors circulating out there is that Brad Marchand is apparently being shopped by the Boston Bruins, with teams like the Toronto Maple Leafs, the LA Kings, the Vegas Golden Knights being mentioned in those. We'll have to see if Marchand will be wearing different colors than Boston black and gold by the end of the day. Waiting here for what year the 3rd-round pick is and what exactly is going on. There's the extension announcement for Wyatt Johnston down in Dallas, 5 years with an 8.4 AAV. All in all, though, I think Cody Glass, I wish him and Anthony Beauvillier nothing but the best of luck in their new homes this offseason. Wouldn't it be funny if we get a 2nd and a 3rd-round pick back for both of them, both hit the market? Because, I mean, a 2nd-round pick for Beauvillier, it'll be interesting to see how he fares in Washington. I'd be interested to see if he ends up hitting the market again. I wouldn't mind taking a stab at either one of those 2 guys, Glass or Beauvillier, if they hit the market again this offseason. Of course, rumors circulating. Vegas always lurking in the shadows here, ready to make a big move. Of course, Vegas Golden Knights, the LTIR Kings. Finish a trade from earlier. Luke Kunin to the Columbus Blue Jackets. The Blue Jackets are sending a 4th-round pick in 2025 to San Jose. course, at this point, ladies and gentlemen, with 20 minutes to go until the deadline, probably not going to be any movement from Rickard Rakell or Erik Karlsson today. Those two, as expected, will remain Penguins. Of course, reports were saying that with the way the seller's market looks right now, it was going to need to be something astronomical for the Pittsburgh Penguins to move on from Rickard Rakell. You're probably at this point, the way the market has gone over the past week leading up to today, it was probably going to need to end up being, 2 first-round picks, maybe a first and a second with a, big-time prospect sprinkled on top there. And, speaking of prospects, I mean, it'll be interesting to see, just because the Pens are on the West Coast and, looking at it's probably going to be all hands on deck. I doubt there will be any scratches tonight in the Penguins lineup. But, I mean, looking at the trades today, you get rid of Beauvillier and Glass, and you get rid of Luke Schenn. You're probably looking at players like Owen Pickering getting recalled from Wilkes-Barre, and you'll probably end up seeing maybe the reemergence of Rucker McGroarty, the recall of Vasily Ponomarev. But one guy I think you could book it right now that you will see in the Penguins lineup by the next game they play, other than tonight out in Vegas, is Ville Koivunen, who is leading rookies in scoring in the AHL this year, and he has been lighting it up. What a steal he was, bringing him over in the Jake Gensel trade for Kyle Dubas. I believe I saw the trade tree for Jake Gensel. It's Dubas got, if you look at it, Carolina got 2 months of Jake Gensel, and in return, the Penguins got Tommy Novak. They've gotten Ville Koivunen, Vasily Ponomarev, a prospect, Cruz Lucius, and I believe it's 2 second-round picks and a 4th-round pick. So pretty good trade there when that's all going to be said and done. That trade tree is only growing. Still waiting here on more details on the Cody Glass signing or trade, excuse me. Of course, Glass is probably going to go over there and be thrusted into a prominent role for the New Jersey Devils, with Jack Hughes getting injured, out for the season with a shoulder injury. Still waiting for more here to pop up. All right, I don't think anything's going to be coming out here in the immediate future. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to sign off. If that turns out to be it for the day for the Pittsburgh Penguins, sucks to see Beauvillier and Glass leave, but hey, you get a 2nd and a 3rd round pick back for both. Honestly, if you would have told me that the 2 of those were going to be traded for a 2nd and 3rd round pick, I thought it would be the other way around. Beauvillier getting a 3rd for Beauvillier and a 2nd for Glass. But you know what? Good day at the office for Kyle Dubas. Rickard Rakell and Erik Karlsson are still on the Pens. That is not a failure at all. You keep Sidney Crosby happy, keeping those 2 around. And Rickard Rakell, you still got term left on his contract and at a great price, and he's still going to produce throughout the season on the line with Crosby and Rust. So great day for Kyle Dubas. Luke Schenn, you ended up, basically, when you look at it, if you put Tommy Novak and Michael Bunting on even terms there, you basically traded a 4th round pick for Luke Schenn, and then you immediately flipped Luke Shen for a 4th and a 2nd. So you basically just got Luke Shen for a 2nd-round pick when that's all said and done. And yeah, we'll see what all goes on from there. See if the Penguins make any more moves within the next 15 minutes here. With that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining me throughout the day with these abrupt live streams breaking down the Penguins trades. I appreciate it very much. Please go check out my other content on the channel. There will be a Friday daily edition of the Steel City Sports Report posted sometime this evening. And with that, thank you very much. Talk to you guys later.